Okay, so just come on the Ginza line from where we were staying. This is now Hato City. It's a big difference. We're on our way to our first shrine. So let's get going. Japanese version of the crossing. There's the entrance to the temple. This is the gate. A couple of gods. No, it's a temple. So must be Buddhas of some sort. We'll have a look as we get close. Fairly angry looking Buddha. Definitely not peace, love and rainbows. Tell from both the cherry blossom fronds that they've wired up in there and the flags. We are definitely in space. It's pretty wild. It's a Friday, I think, the 20th. Yeah, it's busy but polite. A covered arcade running across the central path down to the shrine, the temple. There's always a lot of people, but it's always quite genteel. All kinds of sweet treats. And who knows what else? A ladyship in a poncho. There she be. Like a little pixie. I have my poncho in my dilly bag, so we'll see how we're approaching the temple. Getting much closer. There's a zoomed in look. All these lanterns along the side. I'm sure they have meaning. If you know what they are, drop a comment. Our first actual cherry blossom. And next door is some sort of citrus tree. I'm not sure what. Don't know enough of the history here, but we are not to feed whatever comes in. It's quite a pleasant little garden. Yes, appears to be a Buddha there, and then another one in the rear. We'll just go and catch up with that. With concrete postings along the side here, maybe marble, granite I suspect, with inscriptions on each one. But, probably have. There's a calmness in amongst the wildness of this place. You can see the pruning that's been done on those trees. Quite severe. Two incarnations of the Buddha here. And again, the heavily pruned trees in the back. I'm sure there's a reason for that, I just don't know what it is. If you do, drop a comment below. I see the severe damage on that old tree. It's like it's had a fire in it, but it is early spring, so it hasn't burst bud, but you can see it's getting close. There's another cherry blossom, blossoming away. Doing what it does. Appears to be some sort of memorial in there. More Buddhas, but flowers. Not very respectful. So this is not actually the temple, which I thought it was as we came up. It's yet another gateway, and the temple is over there to the rear. Someone I've already found her ladyship. We'll head back. Another angry Buddha. Another big lantern. And another angry Buddha over there. And here we go, something's cooking up. A couple of roof tiles up there. Not dissimilar idea to the Opera House in Sydney. Going in to get a dose of the incense fumes. Oh yeah, it's just pure incense in there.
Yeah, watch out your... Put it upright, just to drain it. And put it back. Perfect.
Yep. Now over the gap, then. Yep. A little bit into your left hand to drink. And then hold it up and let it wash down the handle. Okay, here we go. Coins in, we bow and we move on in. It's quite crazy in here too. But quite magnificent artwork there. Definitely a Buddhist temple. As you see from all the Buddhas on the way in. But yeah. So we're making our way up to the next donation box, I guess you'd call it. It's getting very intense now. People are tending to pray, I guess, meditate, whatever, for a bit longer when they get to the edge. And then of course they'll film it. The ladyship getting some charms for two of her boys. Number 7, traffic safety, and number 10, car charm. I'll let you work out which one of her kids is for which, if you know them. So you spend your money, you pull out a ticket. You've got bad fortune, tie it to the rack and they'll burn it later. It's really coming down now. That doesn't stop us seeing. Let me just zoom in. There you go. More your traditional sitting Buddha, or Buddha as I prefer to call it. Some sort of sutra. I don't know what that's called. But it's quite a large complex. And, continually heavily pruned trees. And then of course we've got suburbia in the back there. Sound advice anyway. Leaving the temple district, or enclave, or plot of land, who knows. But, it's a little bit of rain. And some more stall holders. Seems to be no separation of commerce and religion. Another crowded place due to the rain, but lots of interesting little vendors. Bismarck might have called the UK a country of shopkeepers. I'd say Japan was a country of small vendors. A ladyship with a wallet. Not so much overwhelming as almost quite comforting. The lunacy of it all. And we're now out the other end. It's quite confusing. There you go. Don Quixote, what it's got to do with a penguin in a top hat is beyond me, but there you go. Tokyo Hobby Centre. Your anime delight. Coming out of G10 on the Ginza line back to the hotel. Almost perfectly arranged. So, ladyships are going to attempt to buy some CC lemon, 35 lemons from Suntory.
So I've got my money. And I'm going to stick it
Don't you select it first?
What? I don't know. I'll select it now. I have to actually put money in first so that you can select it. Oh, here we go. And then we'll... Ooh, it worked. Oh my goodness. We'll just have to see how it... We even got change. See? Woohoo!
There you go, 35 lemons of vitamin C. walking around the Ginza while her ladyship has a bit of a rest. There's plenty of coffee shops, but none of them that actually seem to have a barista. We'll have a look in Excelsior. Excelsior Cafe. Let's see if they've got a... Oh, they do seem to have a proper barista there. We might have a look on the way back. There's an art museum. Oh. I think Monet's on there. We'll have a look when we get there. Crossing diagonally is St Mark Cafe. Who knows? We will find any cultural allusions to which I have no idea. But here's a giant giraffe with a crown on its head. The Yabashi Business Flower Show. Today's the last day. Some beautiful flower. Well, what can I tell you? Some of these beds look quite amazing. And even here you've got the King Coil Mattress Company. This is a place called Maruzen. It seems to have books and whatnot, so let's wander in. There's some whole display of bookmarks. Some for $33 Australian, some for $26.40. Basically divide by 100 to get $8, and then a little bit cheaper than that. And back out onto the main street. What a wonderful thing to see a bookshop still being used to sell and buy books. Rather attractive flowers in beds all up and down the street. It is, after all, the spring equinox. Is Tomorrowland, whatever that means. But there is another cafe over there. I will find a cafe with the Godiva Cafe. They seem to want to get to stand the reference. Lady on a horse. Not exactly sure it's coffee. Okay, so this bridge is a Renaissance style double arch bridge. But this is the point where the shogunate decided was mile zero, the point from which everything in Japan issues. Wow. It's not often you get to the very middle of everywhere, even administratively. Let's go and have a look at some of the features of the bridge. Very impressive line with what appears to be the helm of a ship. But who's to know? If we walk across the bridge, so there's still stuff going on in the river. But there's a very impressive set of lights. What appears to be bronze. Yeah. And up here, whoa, we have ourselves a dragon demon. It's a very strange, almost Welsh dragon with Chinese or Asiatic characteristics. Very impressive. And on the other side, there's another with lights up the top, as you can see. And then as we go across the rest of the bridge, there's another set of lights. And more lighting. And another line guarding the other side. I guess the helm is for river navigation. This is a reproduction of that original 0 point for all the navigation and measurements around Japan from the shogunate. I guess it was going to happen. There's a Starbucks over there. Well, we relented. We're having a Starbucks so that we've got a baseline of crud to start with. It's not too bad. Of course, it has cream on it for some reason. And chocolate sauce, but there you go. Mile zero in Japan. So that's the point that everything was measured from. It's also on a river, so there was mercantile efforts up and down the river, And they measured everything from there, back when Tokyo was called Edo. Sort of recaffeinated, and now heading up the main drag towards the REM Tokyo Hotel where we're staying. Now, if you look close enough, this is around the bottom of a cherry tree. Some of the rootstock maybe is flowering. And then the rest of the tree, you can see it's just starting to burst bud. We're now on the other side of the bridge, and you can see here, this one is far more along. Different variety, different local climate, maybe, who's to know. But it is really quite charming. So impressive architecture, considering it's all been rebuilt basically in the last 70, 80 years, 80 years I guess. Pretty impressive. Creative Museum, Tokyo. That might be worth a look. There's a Keika, Rice Man Soup and Deli. Everybody's kitchen. What a wonderful little... I must have walked further than I thought. It seems a lot further back from where we were to where we need to be. But I think we've just passed the 7-Eleven nearby home. We'll see when we get there. Turns out I was wrong. We're actually much closer than I realised.